the state of the state, and just wanted to know your thoughts on that. Some said it was a sacred tradition, it shouldn't be moved out of the Capitol. I know you've talked about this old man change idea. Do you think that would make it harder if you did this again, and do you think that it is a sacred?
Why don't we do it this time? But no, I think it's a great idea to take this across the state. You know, one of the people that voted no came in, and I said, well, I thought you were for decentralizing government. You know, and by the way, maybe if this all, if I kind of get interested, maybe I'll come to your area. And he goes, well, I hadn't thought about that. It's all right. You know, you don't get too, I don't get that worked up about it. It's just sort of amazing to me. But it's change. Hey, I do, you know, some people say that there's a tradition here that you always do it in the Capitol. I think Ohio, you know, one of the things that I've heard as I've traveled around is we didn't think we'd ever see you after the election. You know, some people in Cleveland didn't see me too much. They'd rather me not come back. But no, they really like me there. But here's the thing. I'm going to Cleveland, I'm going to Lima, I'm going to Toledo, I'm going to Findlay, I'm going to Youngstown. And we're just going to keep doing this, because that's what a governor should do. A governor shouldn't be sitting on some, you know, in some room here in the Capitol. You got to be out. You got to be out amongst them. So, and I think people will come to understand it. Yes.
Hi, Governor. My name is Jessica Limo. I'm with the Media Network of Central Ohio. I'm wondering what substantive changes will we see in Ohio schools as a result of the school funding formula that you'll be rolling?
Well, we're working on it, and once we prepare the public for the fact that change is coming, you'll begin to see it. I'm also hoping that I'm going to see a significant reform plan come from the mayor of Cleveland to bring about major urban reform. I don't quite know where that stands. I know that the mayor wants to come to see me about it. I know that the Cleveland community, the business community, the education community is interested in a bold education reform that would apply to Cleveland. I anxiously await that. I think that would be fantastic. But in terms of the overall school funding, I mean, I tell you honestly that, or directly, that we can't keep putting money into infrastructure. So the dollars you put into infrastructure doesn't get into instruction into the classroom. I'm told that Columbus schools spend $70 million to rehab 2 buildings that are half full. Now, what if you, instead of putting money into 2 buildings that are half full, what if we put the money in the classroom where the teachers and the students are? So, but these require big changes. You know, the other thing we have to think about is the 21st century, the era of buildings, or is the 21st century the era of ideas and the internet and fiber, and you know, isn't that where we're heading? So people always want to build another building. It's like I told the presidents of universities, and Gordon gets it. You know, in a Capitol bill, don't be talking about new buildings. You're just creating infrastructure that has to be maintained or maybe can't be maintained. Let's focus on what we have. Let's rehab it. Let's think differently. And that's how I think to some degree we're going to control costs. But ultimately, you know, more blended education, more dollars into instruction, and better measurements. I mean, these are all important things. And we're going to work on it throughout this year.
And just a very quick follow-up. Will this issue of income-based vouchers instead of vouchers based on how our schools are?
I haven't decided. I mean, look, we've gone from 13 to 30 to 60,000 vouchers. I think it's probably the #1 state in the country. We've taken the lid off the charter schools. So in terms of what we do next, you know, I just haven't sat and really focused on it. We'd have to think about it. Okay? Thank you all very much.